Hello YouTubers, Jason with the XJ Project again. Today we're going to try and start piecemealing on some of this rust repair, getting some of this cancer out and putting in some fresh metal. Starting on the passenger side, and we'll see what happens. You know, when you're dealing with rust on any vehicle, but especially these old Cherokees, it's like a cancer. The more layers you peel, the more you find. So I already knew it was going to be bad. I'm just hoping it's not as bad as my wildest imagination is thinking. So we'll get going and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so seats out and carpets up a little bit. And you know, it's bad. It's bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was rusted all the way up, like halfway up the bell area here for the tranny or whatever that's called. The frame has a little more rot on it than I was hoping for, so we're gonna do something to sturdy that up. But all in all, you can see the patch panel that the previous owner put in. They just use these little sheet metal screws, so I'm going to take that out of there and probably reuse it. I mean, the metal's in good shape. It's galvanized. I don't know how that'll hold up to my welder or how my welder will deal with that, but I'm going to take it in sections. The easiest way, probably the best way to do it, is to get everything out and buy the replacement floor plans or floor pans. You can buy them from a few different places. Classics to Customs in Detroit was where I was going to order mine from, but money being what it is, I'm trying to keep it as cheap as I can. So I've got some scrap metal lying around. I think it's probably about 18 gauge, a tad thinner than what I wanted, but it'll still work. It'll still do the job. So we're gonna use that and patch it up section by section. I'm driving it every day to work, so I can't take the time to pull everything out of here and do it all the way it should be, which is in big pieces. So I'm going to clean this front section up, see what I have to do to the frame here to we'll see. I'll get the grinder out and get her going and see, like, I don't know. We'll have to get it out and start messing with it and see what we can do. Alright, well, that didn't go as planned. I got about halfway into cutting the rust out, and my cheap $12 Harbor Freight angle grinder quit working. I know it's the brushes in the engine, so I'm just going to email them and see if they'll send replacements, although it still is under warranty, so we'll see how they want to deal with it. But I am running to Menards, which is a few miles down the road from me, and we'll pick up another one and keep going. Don't let this discourage you from Harbor Freight. I still like their prices and still like their tools. It is what it is. Alright, got back with the new grinder. It is a Master Force. I don't know. It was a $50 grinder. It wasn't a big deal, but you know, 50 bucks I didn't want to have to spend. So here we go. Got most of it cut out. Still need to get it a little cleaner up front. But all in all, a couple little holes right there, but that's good metal, so I don't know. Those might be the sheet metal screws from that patch the previous owner put in. But all in all, you know, it is what it is. Gonna get all this crap cleaned out, grind some of that rust off, spray some primer in there just to give it a little more protection, and yeah, then we'll start getting the patch panel in the front here. Now, ideally, I should be taking off this bracket for the seat, but I'm not gonna. I think I'm gonna weld right in front of it for now, and then when I do the back part, maybe I'll take that off. I don't know, that just seems like a lot of dang work for right now. So I've got to get it done before I run out of daylight, because I'm going to drive it to work in the morning. When repairing your floor pans in your Jeep for cheap, you find whatever metal you can use. Now, I've seen people use the outside of appliances, you know, like a stove or a washer dryer kind of thing. I have this. This has been floating around my house for years. Tried to sell it for $15 in a garage sale. No one even looked at it. So I'm just going to use it. It's got some decent steel on the sides, and it's like perfect size to fit right in there. I need a 17 by 25 inch piece. This is 18 by 25, so perfect. So I'm just going to cut the side off, and that's going to be my floor pan patch. Grind all the paint off. I don't know what gauge it is. I think it's probably 18. Might be 22. It's a little thinner than I want, but it'll work. And that piece is cut off of that. And then just grabbed an old cardboard box, shoved it in here, traced around where I want the edges. Might go just a hair thinner so you can see where my grinding line is. Or I may just grind the metal up more in some of the areas. We'll see, but there we go. I'll trace that onto the metal and cut it out, and then we'll get it welded in. Alright, there we go. New panel all set to be welded in. Got the holes drilled out. Get some tack welds in there, or whatever those kind of welds are called, along the frame rails. Hey, you know, I don't mention it, but I probably should always wear safety goggles. As I was grinding this thing down, something kicked up, piece of metal, piece of dirt, something, and hit this very hard. And if I wasn't wearing these, it would have gone right in my eye, and yeah, would have been bad. So just a reminder, always wear safety protection. Plus you avoid getting nasty gouges on your fingers like that if you wear gloves. Just an idea. Well, there she is, all welded in. You know, not the most amazing welding job in the world. Again, I am not a welder. I am learning as I go with a cheap Harbor Freight, whatever it was, $100. Yeah, it's not a good welder, but it got that in, tacked down what it needs to be. So we'll call it good and move on to the next section. Please subscribe if you want. I got lots of rust to fix, and if I run into any problems for, you know, if you're a welder and you do this, you're going to be looking at this going, man, that guy sucks. But for a do-it-yourselfer who's learning as he goes, trying to save his Cherokee from its death, then subscribe. We'll have fun along the way. And yeah, let me know if there's anything you want to see me fix, because it probably needs to be done. Thanks. See you next time.